Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu, and I'm here back and I welcome you to this vocabulary session with us. And without wasting time, we will hit the session for today, and the article for today heads as "No Great Escape on India's Low Rank on Nutritional Indices." When I said it's no great escape, which means हम बचकर कहीं नहीं निकल सकते. That's on low rank on nutritional indices, like जो ranking हम देख रहे हैं, जो numbers हम देख रहे हैं, जहाँ पर इंडिया खड़ा हुआ at present when it comes to nutrition को provide करना across the country, therein we are ranking really low. India's low global rank in tackling nutritional deficits calls for a revamped PDS. Now, tackling nutritional deficit, tackle is a verb which means to manage. So, tackling will be managing. मतलब किसी चीज को संयम में रखना या फिर निपटाना, कोई चीज को मैनेज करना, उसको निपटाना. Okay, so nutritional deficits को it is trying to tackle, and it is trying to tackle, but India's rank is really low when it comes to the global ranking. Now this calls for means this is a sign for a revamped PDS, that is public distribution system. So we need a revamped, that is revamped is used as an adjective which means new or something that is overhauled. कहते हैं ना, एक तरीके से नया बनाया हुआ या फिर बेहतर किया हुआ. रिवैम्प का मतलब एज अ वर्ब होता है किसी चीज में सुधार लाना. तो सुधारा हुआ, बेहतर किया हुआ कोई चीज है तो वो रिवैम्प्ड होगी. ओके, रिवैम्प्ड पॉलिसीज, रिवैम्प्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स, सो दे आर रिवैम्प व्हिच इज समथिंग दैट्स न्यू एंड समथिंग दैट इज बेटर. ओके, India's poor progress on nutritional indices must dispel the hubris surrounding strong economic growth for years. कहते हैं कि ये जो the rank that we have got or the indices that reflect India's low positioning, this dispels the hubris. Hubris is a noun which means hubris. The pronunciation is hubris. It means the confidence, the inner confidence that India has or the country has for the strong economic growth for years. तो वो completely dispel हो गया होगा, वो completely खत्म, end हो गया होगा. Okay, and turn national focus on persisting hunger. Persisting is used as an adjective which means ongoing. Okay, I'll wipe off the screen and I'll explain you the meaning of this word. Alright, I'll write it here. Persisting is an adjective which means ongoing या continuous, या फिर जो चल रहा है, that is निरंतर. Okay, that is जो चीज जारी है. Wasting and stunting among children. Stunting is stunting. This is the act or the prevention from growing and development. Prevention from growing and developing. जैसे स्टंटिंग कुछ लोग होते हैं जो एज में बढ़ते जा रहे हैं बट हाइट में छोटे हैं, या वो बढ़ते जा रहे हैं पर उनकी बॉडी नहीं उस तरीके से डेवलप हो रही है, ग्रो हो रही है, एज में वो बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. दिस इज स्टंटिंग. So if there is lack of nutrition in one's body, then it can lead to the stunted growth. Okay, so it says that this is what is happening because of the low nutritional indices and less progress or poor progress on this. This is the reason why India has been driven towards the persisting hunger and stunted growth. This year's Global Hunger Index places India in the company of Sudan, ranked 94 among 107 countries. So it's the same. Sudan ke saath India also ranks 94, okay, among 107 countries. Now imagine how far, it's almost at the end. We are the poorest one we're the ones who are ranked the lowest Okay, so it's sad. So you have to now remember this when it comes to your current affairs perspective. Global Hunger Index, the rank of India is 94, sorry. With the unedifying assessment of the national situation as serious. Unedifying assessment, I'm going to explain you the meaning of this word, but I'll wipe off the screen first. Alright, so unedifying. Unedifying is an adjective. Okay, it means unpleasant, something that is not satisfactory. कुछ चीज़ जो अच्छी नहीं है, अप्रिय या फिर बेकार, something that's not, आपको वो चीज़ पसंद नहीं है. So यहाँ पर unedifying assessment, क्योंकि वो assessment जो अच्छा नहीं था, it was unpleasant assessment of the national situation, and the assessment came up as that the situation is serious. The country's score of 27.2 is the worst among the BRIC countries. So among all these BRICS, that is the cooperation or the alliance of the countries, global countries together. So India ranks, it is the worst with 27.2 score. And this is inferior to Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Nepal. Now just imagine, we are a powerful nation. India is our country, is a powerful country when it comes to Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, if we compare it to these countries. But when it comes to the nutrition value and this index, then globally we are inferior to these countries as well. So this is actually shocking, and this is extremely serious. We have to consider it, we have to focus on it now. The GHI is developed around wasting and stunting, that's under 5, the share of population with insufficient caloric intake and child mortality. So they say that GHI, that is Global Hunger Index, it has to so it has to work accordingly. But what was the reason that GHI was developed? The GHI was developed because there was a wasting, that is nutrition or the waste in the food, and stunting, that's kids who are under 5, they're not, the body doesn't develop well, or they, because of improper intake or lack of nutrition, they are unable to develop. So this is what GHI has done. GHI has share of population, so it makes note of, or takes a notice and has the record of the insufficient calorie intake and child mortality. This was the reason why this index was there and what all it judges. So India कहाँ पर lack कर रही है, in calorie intake हो गया, child mortality है, wasting and stunting, everywhere we are lacking, and that's the reason we rank 94 among 107 countries, and we are way beyond when it comes to the other partner countries, which are not as developed and as strong as our country. Moving ahead, the writer says, index scores by international agencies have been critiqued as flawed for choosing the wrong weights and scoring. So what international agencies, what have they done? They have actually critiqued the indexes, the scores that the index has, GHI. Index scores, the score that GHI has given to the country. So the international agencies, what have they done? They have critiqued. Critiqued is a word which means they have criticized. Okay, criticized as flawed, like वो गड़बड़ है, उन्होंने कहा इसमें कुछ गड़बड़ है, they are false. Okay, for choosing the wrong weights in scoring, for the wrong weights have been chosen, and also for not including genetics and social determinants. So social determinant is a verb. Determinant means the factors that affect a particular situation. Alright, that's determinant. So the factors that affect a particular situation, that's determinant. So what the international agencies have done, they have said, or they have criticized that the index scores released by GHI are not appropriate ones. They lack, or the use of weights is incorrect. Also, they have not considered or included the social and genetic determinants. But that would be a narrow view. The evidence from NFHS 4 of 2015-16 is not very different. The reality is that national policy has no appetite for a radical transformation in the delivery of adequate nutrition, especially to women and children, and has paid inadequate attention to achieving diet diversity through the PDS. On the other hand, the country is widely seen as falsely equating energy calories with a diverse diet. The existing deprivation has been aggravated by the pandemic, with food inflation putting pressure on depleted incomes or meager pensions and savings. Now, they say that the evidence is not very different that we have from NFHS. It shows that the reality of the national policy says that there is no appetite for a radical transformation. Okay, so अगर मैं adequate nutrition की बात करती हूँ, that is for women and children. It has paid inadequate attention to the diet diversity through PDS. So there has been lack for the process, or you can say the entire hierarchy to be followed to provide adequate nutrition to women and children. So there was lack in that. Also, there was lack in terms of diet diversity as well. On the other hand, they also say the country is widely seen as falsely equating energy calories. So, like falsely, like वो जानकर या फिर उसको थोड़ा सा modify करके countries क्या कर रहे हैं, वो equate करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं energy calories और diverse diet को. तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं, उनको coordinate करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं ताकि वो उसको वैसा का वैसा project कर पाए, which is incorrect. The existing deprivation, जो कि lack, deprivation is a noun. Deprivation means lack of something. Okay, किसी चीज की जो कमी हो जाती है या किसी चीज को जिसको हम कम आवश्यक समझते हैं. कोई ऐसी deprivation ऐसी चीज होती है जिसको आप neglect कर रहे हो, avoid कर रहे हो, उसको कम जरूरी समझ के. So ये जो existing deprivation है, जो कमी है, ये और aggravate हो गई. Aggravate is a verb which means बढ़ना. Aggravate. It's a verb which means to increase, to intensify, भड़कना. तो ये और भड़क चुका है by the pandemic, जहाँ पर लोगों की savings और pensions वैसे ही मुश्किल से वो उससे पैसा निकाल पा रहे हो अपनी nutrition, या आप कह सकते हो ना बेसिक जो livelihood है वो लीड कर पा रहे हैं. हम there are people जिनका daily wages पर काम होता था, या तो बहुत सी चीजें impact हुई हैं, right? So that's a point to consider. बहुत सी चीजें हैं जो हम नहीं सोच पा रहे हैं, but there are people who are struggling. Moving ahead, the writer says the NFHS 4 found that under 5 stunting from chronic undernourishment stood at 38%. So जो below 5 years of age हैं, okay, अगर आप stunting की बात करें जो कि undernourishment से हो रही है, वो 38% है. आप सोच सकते हैं 38% people stunting की वजह, undernourishment की वजह से मुसीबत में है या वो develop नहीं कर रही उनकी body. And wasting, a result of acute lack of nutrition. Acute, that is an adjective which means extreme. Dire, जिसको हम कहते हैं. Okay, so that is 21. So please do not waste food. That is what we are. Even see, this happens. We don't realize. If you ask me, I don't realize, and we waste food. Okay. But you have to realize that wasting is resulting in 21% of the lack of nutrition in our country. So we have to fulfill that. We have to aid in that. Okay. These data represent some progress at a drop of about 10 percentage points in both categories compared to a decade earlier. Although steady economic prosperity should have yielded a far bigger social dividend. They say that अगर हम slow steady मतलब एक निरंतरता से काम करते रहते तो ये चीज बहुत बड़ा yield देती है, हम better situation में होते हैं अगर compare करें अभी से तो. The importance of sustained immediate intervention, that is dakhal andazi, या आप कह सकते हैं interference, ये तो आपको पता ही होगा, हम बहुत बार डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, नाउन है इंटरवेंशन, is further underscored. Underscore is a verb which means emphasized. So कहते हैं ना जोर डालना किसी चीज पर, तो it underscored by recent findings of International Food Policy Research Institute scholars that 3 out of 4 rural Indians cannot afford a balanced, nutritious diet. Can you imagine? इस चीज को उन्होंने जोर डाला इस चीज पर, और जोर डालना पड़ेगा. एंड कि भाई वैसे भी इस IFPR की जो स्टडी है, या जो स्कॉलर्स हैं जो स्टडी या रिसर्च की है, उससे पता चला है कि 4 में से 3 लोग ऐसे हैं हमारी कंट्री में जो कि प्रॉपर डाइट नहीं ले पा रहे. मतलब आप समझ लो, एक व्यक्ति 4 में से ही प्रॉपर डाइट ले पा रहा है. The right to food would be meaningless if it leaves a large section of Indians hungry, stunted and wasted. That's true. अगर हम बात करते हैं, लोग देखो खाना हम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, वेस्टिंग मतलब लोग मर भी रहे हैं. Okay, they're dying also. Okay, so mortality अगर हम ऐसे रखेंगे, लोग भूखे रह रहे हैं, डेवलप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, मर जा रहे हैं, they're wasted, completely wasted. So that moment अगर ऐसे रहेगा तो right to food या right to nutrition की value नहीं है, कुछ मतलब नहीं, उसका कोई meaning नहीं है. Lastly, the writer says the latest GHI measure is a reminder that much work is necessary to bring the true benefits of the National Food Security Act to the unreached, not merely as hunger mitigation through cereals, but as nourishment through a diverse diet that includes fat, protein and micronutrients. So it's not just that we need cereals to satisfy the hunger, but it's about a diverse diet. Only then we can have all the nutrition that the body needs. So it should have protein, it should have fat, it should have carb, it should have all the micronutrients. But there are worrying indications that the center has chosen the wrong course. In its pursuit of fraud within the PDS, it is inclined to take hard measures that would deprive the disabled and the elderly of even cereals by insisting on biometric verification to get supplies. अब कहते हैं in its pursuit of fraud, pursuit is noun which means the act of pursuing. कहते हैं ना किसी चीज को काम करने का जो एक प्रोसेस होता है, तो अगर फ्रॉड की चलते देखा जाए तो पीडीएस के अंदर, तो उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने बहुत सी हार्ड मेजर्स लगा दिए और उसके वजह से हो सकता है काफ़ी जो एल्डरली या जो डिसेबल्ड है उनको सीरियल्स भी नहीं मिल पाए, क्योंकि उन्होंने क्या कर दिया, उनको बायोमेट्रिक वेरिफिकेशन चाहिए अपने सप्लाईज, अगर उनको राशन स्टोर जाकर लेना है तो उनको बायोमेट्रिक वेरिफिकेशन देना पड़ेगा. अब जो डिसेबल्ड हैं, जो बूढ़े हैं, जो नहीं जाके ला सकते, तो वो अगेन इट वुड बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू गेट सप्लाईज, राइट. Strengthening the PDS with a focus on women's health would lead to healthier pregnancies and stronger supplemental nutrition. Supplemental, that is additional, okay, extra. It's an adjective. भाई मदर के थ्रू बेबी को मिल रहा है ना, so that's additional. वो एक supplemental nutrition है. Under the ICDS scheme would give children a better chance and all-round development. जब वो बड़े होते हैं तो उनको all-round development मिल सकता है. So this is another thing. So healthier pregnancy के through it could give all-round development to them. So this is the overall thing that the writer wants, or the writer wishes to highlight when it comes to nutrition in our country. And this is the thing that we need to focus. We need to be focused, even as a member or the citizen of this country. We do have to make some contribution to it. All right. So these were the words that I had to discuss with you guys today, and I will be seeing you in the next session soon with new words and new set of articles. I want you guys to practice, and the list of the words is given in the link below. Click on the link, go to the list of words, practice the words that we share with you with example sentences. Also, do not forget to like and share the video with your friends, and subscribe the channel for regular sessions with us. I shall see you soon. Thank you so much.